Welcome to the Garden of Horror, where you will be scared out of your mind. Today we're doing the new film from Black Fawn, Bite, who also is the owner of Black Fawn and directed that other film, Drownsman. This movie starts with a bunch of girls, college girls probably, or they at least act like college women, and they're partying in a foreign country. They're being twirling their hair and all that jazz. And drinking like, let's take shots! Let's take shots! Immediately, I was turned off in this film. This movie was found footage right away. I've been waiting for this movie in a while. I seen one trailer one time, and I was kind of hoping it wasn't an all found footage, but it's not. After a night of partying and blacking out, they're still awake throughout the whole entire evening and end up in the AM. At this point, they end up with this guy who they met up earlier. This guy was telling them about this lake that was essentially tranquility. You know, they'll revive their soul. This guy described this place is the most elaborate way to describe this lake in a foreign accent. It was the most beautiful, clear lake you'll ever see. Once you step on it, it will feel like you're stepping on the sky. I'm not sure what that accent was, but whatever. So they decide to take this guy's advice and check out this lake. And once they get there, just throwing water over there, they might as well have like foam toys they'll throw at each other. They're having that much fun. While all this blissful happiness is going on, one of them gets bitten by a bug, and they made it clear it's just a bug bite. After that, they get back to the hotel. She has a fiance, and she technically cheated with him. And now she's very indecisive whether to tell him or just waiting for the right time. Her one buddy is talking this guy up like, oh, he's a future, he's a nice guy, I bet he's good in bed. and right away, I'm like, this girl's trying to hit him. He's trying to hit it up. After their vacation, they end up back home, and the main character has a discussion with her fiance. He had a gift for her, a high chair for a kid, you know? But she doesn't really want kids, or she's not sure if she really wants them right now, but he's all into it. He's completely one-minded character. Over the course of the film, it really is very isolated or contained into the apartment the two characters were residing in. The main character, or the protagonist, and the fiance. So as the timeline progresses, it really just shows the transformation of her getting bitten. She transforms into some sort of human-like bug. These transformations include blackouts, rejecting food, skin affections. So that's basically the film. There's this one scene that I thoroughly enjoy is when she had a nightmare, pretty much the beginning of her transformation. She woke up and decided to walk out, and it was her birthday apparently. And meanwhile, they're all screaming, babies, babies, babies. And everybody started stepping on her fish-like babies and the eggs. Started trying to pick them up. Her nightmare was very, I guess, their way of being artistic. Now, this film is overall a body horror type of film. I would really compare it to the film Contracted. It also was a very basic storyline. The characters didn't really have any depth to them. They were really focused on her transformation, where the practical effects really kicks in. It's all practical, and it's really refreshing every time this happens. You know, maybe in a few years later, or maybe 10 years, this film will get appreciation for the effects that they did. Her apartment is really beautiful looking after the transformation started happening. It's just webbed. It just really looked filthy, disgusted, but in a nice point of view way. Really, all this movie has going for it is the transformation, like I've been alluding to the past 3 minutes. and the way the apartment looked or the way she looked. I feel like they had this great idea and they just focused on that great idea, but like left the character development and the plot, in that McDonald's dumpster that's been sitting there for 3 days. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I watched it twice. The second time wasn't as good as the first time because it kind of everything that you enjoyed this movie was already in your head. You already knew what was gonna happen. But I would definitely check this film out. Like I alluded before, you can compare it to Contracted, but more grossed out. This movie premiered last year, and during the premiere, they handed out barf bags, as the audience walked in. That's really good promotion. If this movie was in the movie theater and you had like the general like top 40 population come in, they might need that barf bag. I would give this movie a 7.5. It's really identical or like the sister twin to Contracted, but more of body horror to it. This is Garden of Horror. So I'll see you later on, people. Next week will be a brand new horror film. A new horror film that will strike the chills down your bone core and make your heart beat. You might even pass out. But I'll check you later, and yeah, peace out.